Hello, my beautiful people. I hope that you had an amazing holiday and that you got to spend it with the people that you love the most. I did want to talk to you about something spiritually that I have been doing for the past week that I'm really loving. There is a man on Instagram, and I'll put all of his information down below. It's a studio outside of Atlanta called Soulful Sounds, and it's a beautiful, beautiful sound healing facility. But this man, every single Wednesday night, does sound healing, a live sound healing, and I did it last Wednesday night, and then I did it again last night. And I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about that, because I speak a lot about sound healing and how that's been very helpful for me. And you always hear me talk about Mei-lan. And so now I'm going to give you another person who's been a part of this healing journey for me from a sound healing perspective. The healing sessions usually last between 35 and 45 minutes. And what I do and what I highly recommend to you is set your alarm for about 30 minutes before and make sure that you're done doing everything that you need to do. And then I would kind of start to set the mood. So put out some incense if that helps you, light some candles if that helps you, and just set the mood for pure relaxation. Turn off the lights, make sure that there's nobody around that's going to bother you. And I also recommend that you do this towards the end of your electronics day. So every week on Wednesday, this is at 9:30 p.m. And for the last 2 weeks, I made it a very clear point that when I was done with the sound bath, I did not go back onto my computer. I did not go back onto social media. I did not look at electronics. I read and I meditated. And for me, that worked really, really well. The first week that I did it last week it wasn't the first time that I had done a sound bath, but it was the first time that I had done his sound bath. And I've been following him for a while, and I have never really been able to catch it. So last week I made it a point to do it. And for me, I went into such a deep, deep trance of meditation. I meditate pretty deeply, and I really can't remember the last time that I meditated as deeply as I did in his first sound bath. And last night I did another sound bath, and that was actually really interesting to me because I approached it exactly the same way. But you guys have heard me talk about how music and sound has the ability to kind of transcend me to other places and to really, really connect with me, and also to help with my creativity. And what happened to me last night was the sound bath started out the same way, and about 10 minutes into it, my creativity was just a-flowing. And normally when I do a creative meditation, I actually stop my meditation. And you guys have heard me talk about this before. I stop my meditation and I take notes. And I do that because it's a different kind of meditation to me. Having done sound baths before, it was not what I was expecting. I was expecting what happened to me last week, which was a very, very deep trance-like meditation. But what happened instead was my creativity started flowing all over the place. And I did something different this time, which is I did not stop the meditation. I kept going. And I did that because I was in a very deep meditation, and I really didn't feel like I wanted to pull myself out of it. But what I did after the sound bath ended was I grabbed my journaling notebook And I sat there and wrote for at least an hour. It was a really long time. And I can't say that I remembered everything, but I actually remembered some of the really big things, some of the really big creative ideas. And those are ideas that I'm really looking forward to digging into over the next week or so, because they're exciting and they're new, and I think that they could be really good. I do have to tell you something pretty cool that happened during the first sound bath, which is I have been doing a lot of work on my solar plexus chakra. And the reason that I've been doing that is because for a long time I lost my sense of self and I lost my self-confidence. And if you've seen any of my other videos, you know that I went through a pretty tough time. And I used to have a tremendous amount of confidence in myself. And the last 10, 11 years really kind of tore me down. And now that I'm in a good place, I'm trying to balance myself and to really restore my faith in myself. So I've been doing a lot of work on my solar plexus, and it's interesting also because they say that a lot of times highly sensitive people have solar plexus imbalance, and I never really thought about that. In fact, that's another video that I would really like to make, is about highly sensitive people, because it wasn't until a few years ago that I realized that that's what I was and that's what I am. And I'm one of the most sensitive people that I know. When I say highly sensitive, I'm not talking about, you know, someone saying something bad about me and then me reacting to it and feeling sensitive. What I'm talking about for me is, you know, a commercial on the TV, a person who's in pain, being able to feel the energy of the people around me. And that's not something that's new to me. That's something that I have experienced my entire life. And it's a part of me that I don't really talk about very much, because there aren't really too many people to talk to about it. But if you were to ask anyone in my life, all the way from, you know, my father to my siblings to my kids to my friends, they would all tell you that I am an extremely sensitive person. And I used to feel bad about that. I didn't really understand why I felt that way or why things hit me so hard. But a few years ago, when I was really in the midst of this journey, I learned about highly sensitive people, and I was able to make that connection for the very, very first time. And one of the other things that I would really like to talk about is I took a personality test a few months ago, and I was really surprised about that as well. To me, I was thinking that everybody who talks about these tests, they talk about how when they get their results, they couldn't believe how close it was. And in my mind, I was just too complicated for this test to truly understand me. But I did. I took the personality test and I came back as an INFJA. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in another video, because over the last few weeks, I've actually been giving that a lot of thought. And I was thinking that highly sensitive people are INFJs. And in addition to that, I think that a lot of us are very spiritual. And, you know, people have different definitions for the word spiritual, and I was a little nervous to show that side of myself when I started this channel. But I was talking to my daughter the other day, and I said to her, there was no way for me to not do that, because I am really trying to be as authentic as I can be on this channel and in my entire life. But I want you to be able to get to know me, the whole me. And if I were to leave out the spiritual side of things, then there's no way at all that you ever would have gotten to know me, the real me. And it's so interesting how YouTube and social media and technology work together, because in a million years, I never thought that there would be people out there that are so similar to me, and I've never met them before. And as this journey continues and I meet more and more people, I see that there is this incredible connection between us. And having seen that, and the things that I see and hear every day, how could you not believe that we are all connected, that we are all one? It's such an interesting thing, but deep down, it's something that I know now. And that's pretty hard to say with a lot of things, but I truly, truly believe that in my soul. And so that was a long way of me saying that during this first meditation, this first sound bath, I was deep in meditation, and all of the energy that was in my solar plexus was just whirring around. It was moving all over the place, and it wasn't painful or uncomfortable. It was truly like there was work being done in that part of me. And I loved that, because I've been focusing so much attention on that. I didn't even think that when I was going to start that sound bath that I would have any kind of energetic reaction to it. But the reaction that I had was really amazing. And I knew that when that sound bath was over, that 45 minutes for me, I had accomplished deep healing work, deep healing work. And I highly recommend it to anybody who feels that connection to music or sound. Try it, and then let me know what you think. I'm wishing you such a happy holiday and a very happy and healthy new year. And I hope that you continue to heal and to put the work into healing and to just becoming the person that you want to be. I hope that you have an incredible weekend, and I hope to connect with you soon.